Alright, welcome back to another episode of Lone Star Diecast Racing. This is Tommy T, and tonight I'm going to show you some recent pickups of cars that I had picked up in the past 3 weeks. I just kind of accumulate cars and then I'll show them on my channel, just show you which ones I've got and some that are going to be in future races and stuff like that. So, well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with a 5-pack, which I just found, I think, last week. And it is the Hot Wheels race team. As you can kind of see, there's like a dirt car, was that a Dodge Daytona? And then, well, I can't move my camera very well. But you can see there's a Ford Lightning and a Camaro. Kind of get it maybe at that angle for you. So that's a pretty cool 5-pack. And I guess, yeah, here on the back, it tells you what cars you get. And think about that, I can just tilt it forward. There we go. Yeah, so you get, that's the reason why I bought it. I bought it for the Ford Lightning. It's such a cool truck. Moving on, let's go along with keeping it trucks right now. I've got, looks like 3 new trucks from the 2022 series Hot Wheels, and this is the tuned '83 Chevrolet Silverado. Let me get it zoomed in there. There we go. It's got the chrome grille. It's even got, they even painted the taillights on it. Huh, that's pretty cool. And another '83 Chevy Silverado, but it is what they call the Hot Wheels Hot Truck series. It's got that green with that 80s kind of 70s striping style. It's plastic bottom, but I might actually run this in a truck series. That'd be kind of cool to do. Alright, and the next truck is a Mazda. Guess it's the Repu. I really liked it because of the new style wheels that they put on this. This is really cool. I like the white wheels. Kind of reminds me of like putting old Steelies on a old Chevy truck or something like that, but with a mini truck like this. I think it's pretty cool. The green is pretty cool. You know, doesn't look like there's there's no real metal flake in it. It's just got, you can kind of see it's got a little bit of orange peel kind of look to it, so it doesn't look like it's got any metal flake in it. I like the decals on the side. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's go on to the imports. Let's see, we got some JDM Japanese imports. This is the 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata with some, I think they made it look like a drift car because they got like, is there wide tires on the back? No, I don't know, but 2 different sets of wheels on it. Convertible with a roll bar. A lot of sponsors all over it. Let's see, did they do the taillights? No, they didn't paint the taillights on this one. But that is a cool Miata. Alright. And the next one is a Honda S2000, which I have quite a few of these, but I don't have one in yellow with that decal on it, which is cool. I like that. That is a really cool yellow. It'd been neat if they would have gone with the white wheels on this one. That would have been pretty neat. Or the wheels that were on that Mazda pickup. That would be a really cool look for this car. Alright. the last one in the Japanese imports is the new for 2022 Nissan Z Proto. That is a cool car. They did the that glare. They did the headlights with the Nissan emblem, and they even did the taillights right. That looks cool. There we go. Yeah, that's neat. And that's the roof. Roof is all blacked out. That is a neat car. Alright, moving on. Let's go. Yeah, let's do some American muscle. I'll just go and throw this one in here because it kind of looks like an old Impala. We'll start off with this one first. It's the new for 2022 Land Lowrider. Got a big block sticking out of the hood. That actually looks like that's metal. No, it's plastic. But really cool. Yeah, it kind of does have like a Impala, like Cadillac look. I really can't tell, but they just made it into something. It's supposed to do something, I think, because it's one of these experimentors. Looks like if you look right here, looks like the engine flips over. But that's pretty neat. I didn't know it was one of those. Huh. That's pretty cool. I bought it because it was really cool looking car. Alright, let's do the 1970s Chevelle SS wagon. And this is kind of, I think this is a newer release because I just picked this one up at a Walmart last week. I had one like this, or I have one like this in blue, and it had rusty axles and it was in pretty rough shape. The paint was still good, but I modified it a little bit. I made a model out of it. It's not really a good roller, but it's a good looking car. I'll have to dig it out sometime and show you guys. Alright, we got a 69 Copo Corvette in the Zamek series. It's got that really cool, like, polished aluminum look. They didn't paint the taillights on this one either. Yeah. See how it glistens? It's pretty neat. And last one of the what I would consider muscle cars or American release cars would be the 2020 Corvette. I've been trying to find one of these for a long time. I have a Matchbox version of it, but I don't really care for the Matchbox because they do have these weird wheels that buzz on my track, and it seems like they grip and slow down, so I don't run Matchboxes anymore. So I just stick to Hot Wheels because they got the smooth wheels. I might pick up a Matchbox or two if it's cool looking or anything like that, but most likely I'll just keep it in the package. Alright, the last two of the newer series Hot Wheels is the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth, which is basically like the Hot Wheels race team kind of look to it. It's got like an orange bottom, which is kind of neat. And then it's got the sunk-in headlights. Yeah. And then it's got they didn't paint the taillights, but it's got the fin on it. That's cool. It's got the wing right there. The number 11 on it. But yeah, new for 2022. And let's see. The last car of the new series of pickups that I got here is the McLaren F1, but in black. They did a silver one, but they finally came out with a black one. which is kind of cool. I like this car. They even painted the lights on it. It's even got the McLaren badge on the front. And yes, they did. They painted the taillights and the rear ventilation vent. That is cool. That is a really, really cool car. All right. So before we get to some 90s cars, like some half white and blue cards and some solid blue cards, I want to go through some of these tribute Redline cars that I picked up. And these are kind of cool. So we have I think this is the Paddy Wagon. Yeah. I've got two of them, so I'm just going to show them both at the same time. They're just different color. It is basically the Redline era. These are like re-releases of Redline era cars. This was the Paddy Wagon, so I got one in a antifreeze green and then one in a kind of like royal blue, but it kind of looks green on the camera. But yeah, the Paddy Wagons. Those are kind of cool. And the next ones, I got doubles on these two, is the Red Baron. And I got the Red Baron in blue and in purple. And you can see they come with a little button right here, like they did back in the 60s and the 70s. So this is the vintage collection. So these came out, I think, in 2003. Oh no, these are actually older. These came out in 93. Oh wow. That's pretty cool. So, going back to the 90s, let's get started on some of these 90s cars that I picked up. I find these out at the flea market. So we've got a 93 Camaro. I've shown some of these before, but this one is in a really cool black, and if you can kind of look, it's got kind of a metal flakish look. It's not very bright because it's just kind of a flat color, or a flat kind of looking flake to it. But I've had some cars that had some major flake in it, so. But yeah, I picked that one up. And the next one is the Neat Streeter. And yes, I actually paid $2 for this. But it's a metal top, metal bottom. It's an older Hot Wheel. And I think it was from 96. So these cars right here with the blue and the white bottoms, these were like the mid to late 90s release Hot Wheels. I like getting into the older cars because they roll better and they have some weight to them compared to some of the newer cars today. And then, well, we were talking about vets in the last stack of stuff. But here's a 80s Corvette. This one's from 96 as well. It's got the really cool blade tri-spokes. Not really a big fan of them, but it kind of actually looks pretty cool on this car. Oh, cool. Taillights are sunk in. Nice. So they did give us some pretty good detail back in the 90s. And this one is from 94, but it says the 95 model series. And it is a Ferrari 355. And I've got one of these in black in a later series, but it's also a metal top, metal bottom. And no, I didn't pay $10 for that. That was somebody else who had the collection before the guy that had it now. I think he sold this one for like $3. So, but it's not a lot of detail, I mean, you got the Hot Wheels logo on the badge, or the license plate. So that's kind of cool. Alright, I've got 8 left here, and they are all a blue card, solid blue card series, and these were like from 93. So here's another one of those Camaros. Like it's a concept. It's not really, it kind of looks like the fourth gen Camaro, but it's just a futuristic looking model of it. It's got an old sticker on it. But yeah, this is number 202. And then we got the Alien, which I had this exact car when I was a kid. My grandmother got it for me as a stocking stuffer for Christmas in '93. And I had this exact car. It was really cool to find this one in the wild, still on the card. Number 62. Alright, we got a 57 Chevy, but you're not probably going to see it very well because it's got a little yellowing to the blister. I mean, that really screams like radical, like early 90s, late 80s kind of look with the stripes or the scallops on the side. It's got a big block sticking out of it. And then there's not really a lot of detail on the tail end. But there's number 213 in the Blue Card series. 57 Chevy. Gold medal speed. Alright, I guess these must be fast if they have a gold medal, I guess. Alright. And we got the next one here, which is number 235, Turbo Streak. And I really want to roll this car. I want to see what it could do, but it looks like it might be a little too low to the ground for the 6-lane raceway. 235. New paint style. And it's metal top, metal bottom, and you can see back here 77 cents. You see back here like the engine itself looks to be metal. I mean, it looks like even the driver might possibly be, it might be plastic. Yeah, he's plastic. But that's pretty cool. Turbo Streak. Alright, we're down to the last 4, so let's get to it. So, another car that I had when I got for Christmas in '93 from my grandmother was the XT-3, number 230 in the Blue Car series. I had this exact one, the same flames and the same white paint and the red canopy. And this is a pretty awesome car. I loved this car when I was a kid. I just thought it was really neat that it was a mix between like a rocket and a hot rod. So XT-3. This is the one I've been trying to find for a long time, and finally got it. Some of these blue cards I got from a guy, and I think he was selling them for. He was clearing these out for $1 a piece, and I deal with him all the time. His name's Harvey, so he comes out to the flea market every Sunday and has old school Hot Wheels. So this is a really cool custom Corvette. It's like the C4 series Corvette, and you can see it's got blisters kind of scratched up, it's got scuff marks on it so you can't see. There you go. It's got that metal flake to it. That's a really cool car. And I think it's purple. It's so dark, it looks black. But it's really like a really, really, really dark purple, like a royal purple. But this is a cool vet. I had a burgundy color, one of those that came with a garage set. And it was one of those custom Corvettes, and I loved it. It was a really cool car. Alright, and now we got the mini truck, and this really, really screams 90s. So this is number 231. And it's even got the amps and the speakers, or the subwoofers. It's got an engine block sticking out of the hood, chrome shifter, blue interior. And they really went all out on this one. It looks like it's an old... Looks like it might be an old Chevy S10. Old square body Chevy S10. Yeah? Judging by the headlights, it looks like a S10. Or maybe a GMC Jimmy, but I don't know. I think this might be a little S10. That's really cool. And then the last one, which is one that I really, I always passed up as a kid, but kind of happy I got it now, because it just kind of reminds me of being at HEB or Walmart and digging through the Hot Wheels. And I always see this car, and it was so many of them, I just avoided it. But it is the Double Demon, and I had to have one in my collection because I have some used ones, but the axles are all bent on it, and it's just a mess. But this is $199, and this is Double Demon. Well, alright folks, I hope y'all enjoyed this video of my somewhat recent pickups. Like I said, I don't buy a lot of Hot Wheels in recent days, because I've bought so many in the past that I've just amassed so many of them. I just kind of limit myself now on what I want to pick up. So this was probably within the last 3 weeks or a month. There was probably a few more in there. There was a lot of doubles, because sometimes I like to run one car to see if one's faster than the other, or I just keep one in the card just because I just like to see things in its original packaging. I'm just weird like that. And I like to keep the original packaging for a lot of my stuff too, but I got to kind of limit that because it just takes up a lot of space. But anyway, well, I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend, Memorial Day, and like I said, once thanks for coming back and watching the videos and hanging out, and just remember, stay fast, stay cool. Good night.